All right, on Instagram and what's the name? And whatchamacallit? All right, and Cynthia, can we send out a email blast some morning meetup? Not email, but push notification. I want all the pictures behind me. And I need y'all to have y'all cameras on back there. Morning meetup family. All right, so we are here live. We are here live at the, I don't even know what to call this. We just get together every couple months. It's valuable, right? Yes. Like, you just gotta be in the room, and like, we can't really get these kind of conversations on the call, really, but we spend like a few hours together. And how was lunch? Great. It was good? Good. All right, so I'm gonna put a little collection plate in the back, okay? I need y'all to. No, but I do feel good, man. We get to, just feed you, come eat, break bread with me, and we learn and grow together. So I am happy that you all came out. So we do our live show on Friday. We are live on Instagram and YouTube. Instagram, we need you to go over to YouTube at some point, and let me know before you switch it over, Nella. But does Nella have a camera? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Does J-Star have his own camera today? J-Star, you got your own camera today?
No, he on the camera.
You're on the camera today. Well, I'm not gonna move much, so when the song come up, then I can just roast you a little bit here. Cause I'm gonna roast you every episode. This is a thing now. Okay, all right, cool. All right, let's jump into this. Before we get started, I wanna hear some volunteers. Let's bring them up to speed on what we talked about so far. We got any volunteers? Bring them up to speed on, where we've been at half the day so far. Anybody? Well, maybe pick y'all. Okay. All right, let me get the mic over there. Cool. All right.
So should I talk about the assignment that we did first?
Yep.
Okay, and I get to share my assignment with you all.
Come on with it. Do that little stand-up thing again. Do that again. I said, I hear her, I thought.
It's red now.
Oh, okay. Where's that other mic? Yeah. Cool. Let's switch out the batteries on both of them.
All right, I got you.
Okay.
You can talk, though.
So I get to start over?
Yeah, please.
Hi, my name is Veronica White. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I have a non-for-profit. It's called Help from a Sister, and I cater to single parents. So as we're speaking, I'm writing a book from the perspective of a single parent. So that's my goal. My goal for the book that I'm writing for single parents is to gross within the next 8 months, $75,000.
All right.
And the way I'm going to do that is, 1, the book, 2, webinars that I can record, group settings to talk about the book. I'm going to promote the book by sharing the information, tools and techniques and resources from the book. So, $75,000. Now, in my goal, I want to also, the first $50,000 I make, I'm paying for a child's college education. I was a single parent. I lost my daughter, so I was not able to pay for her college education. And this book is my way to help another young lady cover college tuition. So the first $50,000 is going to there. The rest will go for everything for the book. So that means I need to sell. They're going to be, the books are $20 each. 3,750 books. So if I break it down per month, that's 470 books. If I break it down by week, it's 120 books per week. Webinars and, okay, did I cover everything or did I miss something?
Well, I mean, we're close. So you have to sell 120 books. How often?
A week.
A week. How are you going to do that?
So with webinars, I'm going to host webinars. I'm going to charge for the webinar, so they won't be free, $20 per person.
Okay. How are you going to get people on the webinar?
I'm going to ask people. So if I'm going to walk around and get y'all names and phone numbers. I'm going to ask you all to sign up for my first webinar that I haven't set the date yet for, but I'm going to ask.
Okay. So beyond this room, how are you going to get people on your webinar consistently?
So I have a podcast,
Okay.
Help from a Sister. I'm going to ask people there. I have social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And I have someone now posting for me 3 times a day, content.
Got it. So think about where what you're doing. You're actually talking to your audience. And you're asking your audience to jump on this webinar every single week. But that's going to run out. Your audience will run out. Right? So you're talking to people here, and you're going to talk to people on your Instagram, people that follow you.
Correct.
And your podcast, which is people who will subscribe to you, which nothing wrong with these avenues, but it's going to run out.
Okay.
Your audience.
That's true.
Yes.
I also, in August, do a book bag giveaway, 1,000 book bags filled with school supplies.
Yeah.
And I have other events, so I need to ask everybody at every event and the different things that I do.
Your events,
Yes.
where your audience comes see you.
Yes, and new people.
Not a lot of new people.
For the book bag giveaways, we do.
How do you find the new people?
I have to get on other people's podcasts and other people's
Come
platforms.
on, man. Give her a round of applause. We're here now. We here now, baby.
Okay.
So we got to think past our audience.
Correct.
The thinking part, 125 sales every week. A consistent 125 sales every week is going to be not easy.
Correct.
Why does that look like that? Oh, is somebody in the way? From where? Okay. That's a lot of people
I agree.
to buy. It's 125 people to buy, which means we got to find a bunch of people to get on to not buy. Let's say we have a 10% close ratio. Well, that means every week we have to have 1,250 people. Question becomes, how do we get 1,250 people on a webinar every single week? 1,250 new people every week.
I got to come up with that plan.
We got to come up with a plan. That requires a plan.
Yes.
That requires a plan. So one strategy we have a couple hundred people on a webinar every week, but we run ads and we spend some money. I want to say we spent, I'm going to tell you what we spent last month on ads. And the reason I know these people are coming in, we spent $54,600 on ads last month.
Mm-hmm.
Now the revenue was $115,000. That's good.
Yeah.
Profit of $60,557. Not bad, right?
It's not. And
But I had to
reach my
spend
target.
$55,000 to do that. And that's not including what I pay the guy to run the ads. And what we pay the guy who comes up with the strategy and stuff like that. We need a plan.
Well, I'm so glad I'm in your network.
Ain't it?
So I'm not doing that by myself.
For sure. So now we got to think. Is the $20 book, is that the best use of our time for that to be the focus?
It's a good question.
Yeah. So let's say, okay, so 1,250 people times $20, right? So the goal is, what is that, almost 3,000 a week, which is 12,000 a month. Question, are there easier ways to make $12,000 a month?
Oh, of course. Definitely.
So do we waste our time focusing on a crawl to get us there? Or do we use the book as a lead-in to something bigger? And we could charge on the front end, but that's going to significantly decrease the amount of people that come on. Or do we do a free webinar and we give the book away for free because on the back end we're selling something for $2,000? We might need 15 people on every call for the week and sell a $2,000 package. I only need one person every week.
Makes sense.
We got to think through it that way. That's why once we start coming up with a strategy, if the strategy doesn't work, we can't just get excited about the numbers like, oh, the numbers work. Oh, no problem. And then we really start to think about it. Yo, am I really going to get this amount of people, new people every single week? And the lift for it, goodness gracious, that's a heavy lift. It's going to take a lot of time, energy, and attention. Is there a better way to get this same money? And the answer is probably yes.
Yes.
We're using the book for something else.
Okay.
Maybe, I wrote a book. It's an illustrated book. And it's not out yet. It's almost done. We just went through the editing process. But the goal for the book, the number one goal isn't to sell the book for $20-something. I think we went over that. I think we talked about it on a podcast episode. I'm trying to get some schools to buy 1,000. Easier to sell to 1,000 people or one decision maker that can sell 1,000. They can buy 1,000 for a district or a school or, that's how I see it. Same amount of work. The same work to convince someone to buy the book, same work, I gotta convince someone that this thing is good for your whole school district. Or if we're talking to mothers, single mothers, we need a community. Or if we had a community for $50 a month, I'll give you the book for free. I wrote this book so I can get it in front of as many people as possible, because in the book, you know, some of the books we read, every couple pages, it's, hey, scan this QR code to go to my website. Every couple pages, like, hey, go buy this, or hey, I got a free resource. They're collecting data. Got it? All right. Anybody else want to share something before we get started? Let's do it. Let's get into these numbers. I love me some conversations about some numbers. Goodness gracious. Let's do this. All right, go ahead with your question. Can I get some water as well? I'm fresh out. I need some in my supplement bottle.
Can you see?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Repeat yourself and say your name and Instagram.
Okay. My name is Angie, and I'm representing the Lead Life Experience podcast on IG. On all social media platforms, I should say.
You're doing the absolute most, Kay. She did a little army crawl under there. All right. Okay, go ahead.
My question, my husband and I have a podcast, and we help couples rekindle stagnant love by helping them revisit their first love date. By working with us, it'll be able to spark the energy instead of allowing you to go through divorce. Do you know the statistics of a divorce right now? Most average divorces cost $5,000 to $20,000. We can help you use that money.
Hold on. Do me a favor. Put that paper down.
Okay.
And talk to me, because I don't trust you right now.
You know, okay.
No, because I don't believe you. I don't believe that you know this stuff.
Oh, I was just getting the numbers that I had got. But go ahead, talk to me.
No, talk to me from your heart. I want to be able to trust you.
Okay.
So tell me what you do again. Introduce
Hi,
yourself
David.
again.
My name is Angie. I'm representing the Lead Life Experience podcast. My husband and I started a podcast coming up on a year ago, and we help couples rekindle stagnant love by helping them revisit their first date, love date.
Good. Okay. Why do I need to do that?
Because your love is stagnant.
How you know my love is stagnant? My love is fine. First off.
You unhappy? I mean, y'all are not talking.
I'm not unhappy. What are you talking about? Did you talk to my wife or something? Did she say something?
David, do you know the amount of the statistics of sexless and communicationless marriages?
We have plenty of sex, first off. I just came back from 7 days out of the country. It be going down, you hear me? I had to get them kids to sleep. It took a little while to get kids to sleep, but you're not talking to me because I'm not unhappy.
Okay, it wouldn't be for you then. It would be for other couples who might be experiencing sexless marriages or a lack of communication.
Okay. So only people that are on the brink of divorce.
Yes.
Okay. How long you been married?
My husband and I divorced and remarried. So I know that we know the sides of both of them.
For how long? I mean, how long y'all been together?
We're coming up on 7 years.
The in and out.
No, well, the back, the rekindle, the
So
remarried.
you got married
And divorced.
and divorced. How long between the marriage and the divorce?
10 years.
10 years.
Yes.
And then you were separated for how long?
The 10 years.
No. What year did you get married?
1999.
Married 1999. What year did you get divorced?
I can't remember that.
You know all these numbers and you can't remember that?
I don't know that date, but I know we remarried.
Not the date, but the year. What year did you divorce?
Yeah, honestly, I don't remember the year, but I can tell you.
You know all this stuff and you don't remember the. How long were you married the first time?
7 years.
You were married 7 years.
Yeah, the first year, but we were separated the first three, after the 3.
Married for 3 years,
Yes,
then separated for 3.
For the 4 years.
For 4 years. Okay.
And got a divorce after that one. So
Good.
this time we made it.
Y'all were separated for 4 years?
Divorce, yeah.
No, not divorced, but separated for 4 years.
For 4 years.
And then how long were you divorced?
10.
Married happily, kinda, for 3. 4 years of separation. After that 4 years of separation, you got divorced for 10 years.
That's right.
And then how long have you been back?
Coming in July 7.
7 more.
Yes.
So y'all been dealing with each other 7, 17,
I'm 48.
24. God. Y'all been with each other for 24 years?
Yes, our son, yeah.
How old your son?
He's 26.
Wow. So 13 years of 4 plus the 10, 14 years of just
Living
not a lot going on.
No.
Outside.
Outside.
Was you happy? Was it lit?
Outside.
Was it lit? Go crazy?
Lit.
Hey.
Lit.
Okay.
All the way in there.
Okay. Okay. So, and now you've been together for another 7,
Yes.
and happily.
Happily. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Every day?
Every day. No,
You lying.
No,
I was about to
it's some
say.
challenges. It's some challenges.
Always challenges, right?
Yeah. No, well, we didn't know how to deal with them at that time.
You know how to deal with all your challenges now, though?
Yes.
No, you don't. Not all of them.
Well, maybe not all. This time we have a relationship with God, though. That time, the first marriage wasn't. I was in my early 20s then. So back, like I said, I'm 48 now.
So the whole answer is make sure you have a relationship with God and everything will be cool?
I have a relationship with whoever your higher power is.
So as long as you have a relationship with God, your relationship's going to be fine.
And you all being able to communicate and create the chemistry and not, talking to outside friends. Things that we didn't consider were important then, now we know it's important now.
Got it. So you're talking to people from a perspective of things are good.
Yes.
But your main audience is people who are going through issues and on the brink.
Their love is stagnant. You
Okay.
love them, but you're not.
Is your love stagnant?
It was.
No. In the last 7 years, has it been stagnant?
No.
So you really don't know how to go from a stagnant love to a happy love, because the last time it was stagnant, 4 years of stagnation and who knows out of the 3 years how many of those were happy, but the 4 years separated, 10 years divorced, 7 years in pure bliss. We really don't know if you know what to do in a stagnant relationship.
You don't think I do for us to be back together this time and have made it?
You said it's not stagnant. It's just
No,
It's
but
just
I'm saying
happy.
the person who I'm looking at the younger Angie who was married, had a good life, but got distracted. And before infidelity took over, I can tell you what I wish I had a did if I had a person like me to be able to communicate with.
Who cheated, you or him?
I did.
You cheated on him?
I did.
Okay. So, and he left you.
David, I'm finna drop the mic.
This your truth, baby. And your audience is gonna want to know all of these questions.
And it's on the podcast, and we started our first episode with it. Yes.
Good. My question is, So my question is, how do you know how to rekindle a stagnant relationship? It's not like in the last 7 years, it hasn't been stagnation. It's like y'all missed each other for the last 14 years or whatever, and it's been up. And I'm saying, if you said, yo, we be going through stagnation sometime, and
Okay, well, yes.
I'm changing
Since you
now.
worded it that way. I mean, no, since you worded it that way, going over trials and tribulations, when I'm saying stagnant, that you were at this point, both of you all, you don't know anything about mediation. You don't know anything about a relationship with God. When you are you ready to give up and throw in the towel, that love is stagnant, not because you don't know, maybe you haven't seen it. I gave my son the same thing that I saw, and that's a single parent. So I didn't know to fight for marriage. My husband came from a 2-parent home. So fighting wasn't in me because I seen my mama do well with raising my sister and I. So that is what I'm out here trying to that is what I'm promoting.
Okay.
Being able to be a voice for you to see that it might not be stagnant to you, but you know you're not happy.
Got it. Okay. So this is only for people
For couples.
who have a relationship with God.
Well, couples not necessarily having a relationship with God, but being able to fight through the issue, regardless of who your higher power is, because everybody don't believe in God.
Right. But remember, I was like, yo, why
I
is
was
it
saying
working?
for me,
Yes.
my husband and I, we had a relationship with God. I feel like that is the reason why we had been able to come back successful this time.
Mm-hmm.
What did we have this time that we didn't have in our early 20s?
Okay. What you said was, you're not talking to me.
No, I'm not talking to you. You have been married and you having sex.
So is this for people who don't have sex?
It's included.
Specifically?
It's included.
All right, so tell me.
There's a lot of sexless marriage out here.
For sure.
I'm telling you.
So how do you get over that?
We got to talk deeper, Dave.
Huh?
You got to talk a little deeper when you want to
We're
go.
talking deep now. We're trying to help somebody, right?
Yes. When you want, first you got to build a chemistry up to see why did y'all stop having sex in the first place. Is it that they gained weight and you're not attracted to that person anymore? Is it health issues? The reason why they once was like, King Kong and
I'm sorry, real quick. Did y'all stop having sex, you and your husband?
Yes.
Why?
But I was having sex. Just wasn't having
You
sex
was
with
having
him.
sex, not with him.
Just was not with him.
Because, all right, because I don't want to go into my man's situation. So to go from not having sex to having it now, it doesn't seem like you've been in that scenario. Okay, here's a scenario.
Okay.
And I think this happens more often than not. I don't know if it's normally, but more often than not, it's more the woman doesn't feel it as the man, right? Like I hear that a lot. Rarely do I hear the guy like, I'm just not into it. Rarely.
Depending on how old the man is than his mate.
Right.
You run into some issues there.
Okay, so what do you
I'm a
advise?
registered nurse, so I'm letting you know I work in a urologist's office on some days, and it's an issue.
What do you advise? What's your advice?
That's what I'm saying. We have to communicate and looking and seeing, like, is it a health issue, the reason why your libido was up and now you're just not attracted anymore?
So this don't have nothing to do with a stagnant relationship. This is about how to build somebody's sex drive?
That's one of the components that's causing marriage because, men don't talk about that and women don't either. Women going through menopause, they don't talk about that.
Got it.
You know.
I think it is needed. I think it's needed. I'm just trying to, I'm a little unclear on who you're talking to because it seems like the services are all over the place. We're either leaning into the no intimacy or a stagnant relationship. It's on the way out. Well, typically somebody will go to a counselor, but you're like, yo, don't go to a counselor, come to me. Even though the last time I was in a stagnant relationship, I don't really like the half and half, Tybo. Even if we're in a stagnant relationship, last time you were in a stagnant relationship, you cheated and then left. And then y'all got divorced. And then y'all realized y'all miss each other. And then y'all come back together. That seems like that's your story.
Okay.
I don't know that you can help a stagnant relationship couple.
You don't feel like I can? Okay. Have you listened to the podcast?
Mm-mm.
Okay. You need to.
Okay.
I'm going to send it to your inbox.
Okay, so now tell me.
Yes.
Tell me your formula. Tell me like your tactics. Generally, if we're talking, how do we keep a relationship from being stagnant? Or, oh, you're not talking to people who you're trying to prevent them from being stagnant. You're talking to people that have a stagnant relationship and how to get out of that.
Yes. I'm just going to use one of the clients that we have had before where they didn't pay, but this lady was fed up with her man and she was just ready to walk out. But is one disagreement worth walking out? You know, have you communicated to him or her what it is your issue is? You know, and if they have told you, are you willing to compromise? Some people are not ready to compromise. You know, if they like date nights, then can you incorporate date nights? If that person love language is flowers and you're not a person that give flowers, then that could be the reason maybe that you're suffering. Or if you are a stepdad and you really just can't relate to this baby father coming to visit. So those are issues that ladies have they have emailed us in of paying child support and the woman having to pay more of the bills because the father money is already out. So it's different issues that they have wrote in to us.
Okay. I didn't feel expert.
Okay.
I feel like you've shared some stuff that we've heard before.
Okay.
I mean, those are issues in a relationship. If you've been in a relationship, you know.
Period.
So you need your special sauce. All right. Thank you. You
Okay,
did it
thank
great. You all, if you're going to build something, you're going to be like an expert in a space, you need to start coming up with your own formulas. Your own formulas. If we're talking about podcasting, I have a formula for you that works for the general consensus. Like this, my formula is going to work. So as an entrepreneur, I have formula. I got these little formulas, right? Or I don't know if anybody ever heard me talk about the life cycle of a good idea. You ever heard me talk about that? The life cycle of a good idea. You go from excitement, you're excited about the idea, and then you go to evolution, which is the second E. You're excited, but then you got to evolve the idea, which is still cool. But then you go from excitement to evolution to engagement, meaning you now have to engage the audience with your idea that you are excited about, that you spent time evolving. Y'all with me so far on those 3 steps? That's everybody's story, right? We get excited about an idea, and now we got to start evolving it. We got to come up with the website. We got to come up with the colors. We got to come up with the marketing plan. We're just evolving it, making sure it works, packaging it, pricing, all that kind of stuff, evolving the idea. And then we have to take this idea that we created and engage the crowd. Well, this is when it gets a little dim. Because now, through engagement, there's some people that aren't going to be feeling it. Right? After you took time to evolve it, you're like, this is a no-brainer. And then you start asking people to buy this stuff. And you realize, whoa, I thought it was a no-brainer, but people they want to think about it. I thought everyone would love this. After engagement, we're gonna feel resistance every time. And after resistance, we make a decision. EEERD. We make a decision. Decision, do we keep moving forward with this idea, or do we decide to get excited about something else? And we start evolving this new idea. Then we take it to the crowd and the audience, to the marketplace, and we start engaging them, and then we start feeling resistance, and now it's time to make a decision. And we call it pivoting. And really, it's quitting. We either keep moving forward or we're going to go back to the first E and get excited. There's a formula that I created through thousands of failed attempts myself, talking to thousands of entrepreneurs. I have these formulas. How do we get over that? Here's the formula part. You have to take each step with you to the next step. You're excited, then you go to evolution. While you're evolving the idea, you have to stay what? Excited. Well, after we start evolving the idea and we start engaging people, one, we have to stay what? We have to stay excited in this engagement process, but also we got to keep evolving the idea. So when someone says no, some of you need to say, why? Why aren't you buying this? And once you start engaging people and start feeling this resistance, it's easier to stay excited because you know with each no, you're still evolving the idea because you're finding out why people aren't buying. But when we start feeling resistance, we got to keep what? Engaging people. We have to remember that. I know I'm feeling resistance, but I have to keep engaging people because I'm still evolving this idea, which keeps me excited about the future. There's a formula. You've heard no one else teach that. It's my formula. There's 3 C's we need in this day and age. We need content, community, cash flow. If any one of these are missing, you're gonna have a hard job as an entrepreneur. Content, community, cash flow. Some of us are really good at creating content and creating community. Wow, people love our community, but now we got a hard time making money because we didn't think about the cash flow part of this business. Or we got a great cash flowing business. Like the business concept is dope. And we got a community, but it's so small because we don't know how to create content. The people that love us. Our little community, oh, they're gonna buy from us. We doing $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 a month, and those people love it. But can't create, it's just the content part. Or we have cash flow. We got a really good business idea, and we create a lot of content, but it's very transactional. They just buy because I'm creating content, but nobody's sticking. Why? We don't have a community. We're not building culture around what we do. You've not heard anybody else teach that. Why? These are my formulas. Which when I start talking about it, you're like, that guy knows what he's doing. I was at a school in California, and my man Life is one of the best speakers in the world. He's just so good at it. And he's very inspirational and motivational. So if we ever go to a school and I'm the one that sets it up, I'm like, Life, you go first. You go first, because he'll start talking and inspire people. It just makes my job a lot easier because you're already excited and you hype. And I can just come on and teach and do my thing. So he starts speaking one day, and we're in a classroom, and I don't know what I'm going to talk about because he's so into the emotional side right now. He's got the room, kids now, almost in tears. It was so good. So I'm looking around the room, and the teacher has a bunch of, like, the regular school stuff, Pythagorean theorem, and, what does pi equal? And it had, like, the W's, the who, what, when, where, why. And I said, ooh, got it. So I went up there, and I said, we are going to write this down, y'all. Who, what, when, where, why, how. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to know who you need. We need to know what the objective is. We got to know, like, so write these down real quick. Write these down. I'm giving you some of my formula. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Who, next to who, right? Who do I need? Who do I need? We talked about that earlier, right? The who, not how. It's important. You need it for sure. Who do I need? What? What will be required of me? What will be required of me? What will be required of me? And guess what? I don't need any notes. You know why I don't need any notes? It's your formula. This is my formula. You haven't heard nobody else teach this. Unless they heard me teach it and they started teaching somebody, which is totally fine. I don't care if y'all go teach this to somebody. I promise you, I don't care. When? When will I start and when will I arrive? When will I start and when will I arrive? Meaning, when am I gonna get started with this plan? And when am I gonna accomplish this goal? When? My goal is to make $100,000. From when to when? Starting January 1st? I should arrive at this goal December 31st. Where? Where do I want to end up? Where am I going? What's the goal? Where? Where am I going? It's important to know where you're going, right? Imagine getting in your car and just driving. Where would you end up? Where would you end up? Out of gas, for sure. Man, perfect answer. I never even heard that answer. I'd end up out of gas. Y'all ever just start on this journey as an entrepreneur and you just end up out of gas? It's just, I'm so burnt out because my ideas change every 3 weeks. I don't know where I'm going. If you walked out of your house, got in your car, and just started driving, you would end up out of gas. You'll end up somewhere you don't want to be. And you'd be like, yo, how did I get over here? Whoa. Find yourself in the desert somewhere. Like, how did I get here? And some of us are in that space now. We're like, I don't know how I got here in this life that I'm in. I had so many hopes and goals and dreams 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago. How did I get here? Remember 15 years ago when you started out on this journey? When you were young? Remember college? Remember when you wanted to be a rapper? When I was younger. Remember? Like you just knew it was going to be up. And then years later, we find ourselves making about the same amount of money we made when we got out of college. Or in the same situation. How did we get here? Well, we didn't know what the destination was. We wasn't like super clear on the destination. Why? Next W. Why am I doing this? We need to know why. Why am I doing this? It's an important question, right? Why? Without a why, it's really hard to keep going. And I just hate that it's like so overused. It's like, what's your why? If somebody started out that presentation with, all right, first question is, y'all, what's your why? You're checking out, right? You're checking out, all right, you're not one of them again. But it's so important. It's so important. And lastly, we got how. How am I going to get here? How am I going to do this? How? The how, this is the strategy. So and I'm telling you, I put this thing together and I said, oh my goodness, this is gonna be one of my formulas. So not only did I go through the who, what, when, where, why, and how, we wrote it on sticky notes and I had them put it in order in the way they need to ask the question. What would be the first question out of the who, what, when, where, why? Which one would you, if you had to pick one to answer first, where would you go? The why. The why? Where am I going? What? Where am I going? Where am I going? First question. Why are we asking that question first? Because we need to identify the destination. And then we ask ourselves, why am I picking that destination? And guess what happens? You pick the goal and you ask yourself, why am I going there? Sometimes you realize, I can't come up with a good reason. We can't ask why first. Because then we start, I just gotta be successful. It's for my kid. What's your why? It's my kids. Well, how does that help you get to anywhere? If your question is why first, you'll start running around hustling, trying to figure out any way to make $1 to feed your kids. But if we go, okay, this is where I want to go. This is the destination. Why am I going there? Well, this destination provides me the lifestyle that I want, and it provides me enough cash flow to take care of my kids and spend time. I'm on it. There's some things I say, I want to go that way, but then I ask myself, why am I going that way? And once I start interviewing that particular goal, I realize this isn't going to provide me the lifestyle that I want. I really want to spend a lot of time with my family. So I have them think for a little while. Let's put it in order. Why? Where? Where? Then why? If we can get past that, we can start going into the other. This is my formula. So you need to have a formula. If you do hair, you need to have a formula. These are the components you need for healthy hair. Selling insurance, there needs to be a formula. I have a wealth building formula. This is what I call it. It might be something that you're familiar with that you remix into your own formula, put your own little seasonings on it, but Skittles provided a formula today, right? What's our formula? Ingredients, recipe, meal. Girl got a formula. And when she starts going through the formula, you trust her more. And you realize she knows what she's talking about. Not just coming up here, just like, if you want to be successful, first off, you got to know your why. Y'all got a formula? Yeah. Okay. I didn't really get a chance to do my monologue. Let's jump into this thing, man. We got J Star. I done went the first, I don't know, it normally ain't this long. But are we in here? Are you ready, J Star? Let's get to it. Nah, come to the stage. Do we have a camera here on this mic? On this one? Oh, good. Okay. All right, come on, J Star. Have y'all heard the intro to Free Smoke? J Star, come up here. Yeah, we already got a mic. We good. So give J Star a round of applause. Yeah, man. So this is the intro to Free Smoke. We're here every Friday, and I'm gonna find something negative to say to J Star. I don't know what it is yet.
Every week, man. Every week,
Every
bro.
week. It's out of love, though. All right, so let's get to it. Let's get to the Free Smoke intro.
Look, I ain't got time for this small talk. Your big plans coming up short. I call it how I see it, don't get mad at me. In a room full of winners is where I'd rather be. Every new level you reach come with jealousy.
Turn me up.
You gotta watch the way
Facts.
we call it strategy. Official with the game, Curry with the 3. If you need some social proof, you know we got receipts. But don't you never let them doubters win. Watch your back, your biggest foes can be your closest friends. They say the enemy is just your enemy. Quit trying to do life by yourself, you need community. Need somebody with wealth that did it by themselves. Why you stressing about them people who deny your health? And keep on making moves with no apologies. But if they want smoke, we get that for free.
Yeah.
We get that for free.
Yes, that is the Free Smoke intro. Y'all like it? Yeah, okay. All right.
That's not even the new one.
Huh?
That ain't even the new one.
That ain't the new
That's
one.
the first one. Well, that's the We got A and B.
No.
That wasn't the newest one. You got that. You got
That's
that.
the second one. That was the second
That
one.
was the second one.
That
That's
was
the
the
one you told me
second
to go back
one,
and revise.
Yes.
And then you asked. I sent you two.
Why you send them to him?
I sent him the first one, and then I sent because I knew that you was going to probably want to hear.
All right. Don't. It's all
Okay.
good. How many raps you write this week?
3.
Okay.
Only because, we had the funeral and all that. So. But he don't want to hear it though. Like, oh, they got to do it.
Nah, I'm just.
Now,
I mean, just as an artist, it's just a little different because an artist does art.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Man, now listen. Mentally, like I've been, the music has been playing, but mentally I've been drained. Like this week I found myself trying to force it because I know Dave is coming back from vacation and I'm gonna get this question, right? But at the same time, I'm like, it's just, you had them days or them days that run together where you feel like you forcing it and it's just not coming, right? So the last thing I'm gonna put out is something trash. You feel what I'm saying? But
hold on real quick. Out of the 3 you wrote this week, how many did you put out?
0.
But even the ones you took your time and didn't force are not coming out anyway.
Yeah, listen. I don't have no excuse.
I'm just saying. Well, no, because you just gave me 3 minutes of excuse, right? Right? He's like, yo, I ain't about to put out no trash, so I can't force it. I would rather you force it and get more comfortable with forcing it. If y'all want to do the work,
I'm here for the coaching.
Listen, man, there is an artist out here right now that would love to do this intro.
For sure.
And they say, yo, I do a new one every single week.
For sure.
Remember we talked about that?
For sure.
You may not have that in you in terms of like being able to do one every week, but only because I don't think I'm a fan of Tupac. Not that he had the best bars or the best music. He'll go into the studio and do 8 songs.
Yeah.
That night.
Yeah. I think that's also my problem. My problem here too, being here, still trying to find a studio, right?
You don't need a studio. Get prepared to write this stuff and put it on. So, people are getting famous off TikTok.
True. This is true.
You don't need a studio. What other excuse? Just give me some more excuses.
Nah, listen. You said studio, so that's why I said what I said.
I want one week you just come on, I wrote something every day.
All right.
Just do that for me.
I did that last time we was here. Yeah, and I had put it out, and I told you I was tagging you. I did that when you was like, y'all need 7 days of consistent
Yes.
That was the same week I did the skit with Country Wayne.
You did 7 that week?
Yeah, well, I did 6 that week because I did the Country Wayne skit, so that had me tied up that day.
So you didn't do 7.
I did, but you said I need every day. I'm telling you why I didn't do the one day.
So why are we having this conversation? Hold on, real quick. I said, I just want you to come here and say you did 7 days one day. And then he said,
so we're doing.
I did.
You being literal.
Did he not?
You being literal with the 7. Okay, all right.
That's a number. What are you talking about?
I know, but you said I'll put you to that challenge. I said I did that challenge.
But you did.
What?
Right? Am I tripping? 6 is not 7.
All right. Okay.
If 6 is 7, so it's 5.
No. I got you.
And if 5 is 7, 4 is for sure 7. It's most of the week.
I got you.
You can't brag on almost doing it. What?
I got you. All right.
But not for me, because I'm not your manager, but I mean, for yourself, the reps. You never know.
Who watching?
If somebody wants to have me like on stage or something, give me 4 minutes.
Yeah.
4 minutes. I go on that stage for an hour. I got you. No problem. Because I do this every day of my life, right? My biggest fear is that you are in an environment where they're like, all right, y'all, there's an artist retreat. Yo, you got 20 minutes to come up with a song. And you can't because you haven't. And it's not that you can't, but you haven't.
Yeah.
Ask Tupac do the same thing. Future drop a mixtape every month, it seemed like, especially remember like beginning Future? Oh my gosh, a whole mixtape every month for something stupid. It was just crazy. And he just started putting out so much. And all people talk about Tyler Perry, like, oh, his movies, they cheesy, or he shoots them joints so quick, but he does more than anybody else. And out of this more, he'll get a banger. I just want you to I don't want you to be in that scenario where somebody's like, yo, write a rap on this particular topic. I'm about to leave this room. You got 15 minutes. I'll be back. And you're not prepared.
Gotcha.
All right, let's get it. All right, let me get my beat back. Thank you, J Star.
Appreciate it.
I told you I was gonna say something negative. I didn't know what it was, but it's gonna be negative. That's my brother right there. All right, today's conversation, I know we're like kind of into this thing a little bit, but from idea to fruition. And I feel like there's a couple steps in that. One is we have to be excited. Okay? You gotta be excited about the idea, the thing that you're doing. I want you to be excited about it. Are y'all excited about your idea? Yes? Excited? But the excitement can't just be about this being a good idea. It has to be a game changer. You gotta feel something in your soul about this thing that's so unique and so game changing. It has to be something that really gets you excited every single day. I think the second step is belief. You could be excited and still not believe because it's surface level. Belief is internal. Excited. You said you made $70,000, right, Cisco? $70,000 last year. You like, somebody told me to 10X it. Got excited about the 700,000. Call me 7 figures. Cisco. 700K Cisco. Call me that. Excited. But when I talked to you, I realized that you didn't even believe that. You didn't believe you was gonna make 700,000. And primarily because we can see it through the activity. We just said it. We're excited to say it, but we need to build that belief. You understand? With this belief, is it a need? The thing that you're building, this idea that you have, is it a need or is it a want? Whatever you think this is, this needs to be a need. A need, whatever it is, it needs to be a need, not a want. Think about something that you buy that's a want. Give me something. All right. Clothes. Ask Kanye if his clothing are just wants, that somebody wants, or is needed. Kanye is saying, yo, with fashion, the world needs what I have to say. Because they'll go into the corruption and the white factories and all that. Like, people need this. You want to feel different or you want to be cookie cutter? You need this. So internally, you got to know that you need it or that the world needs the thing that you have. There has to be a need. Think about the people that talk with passion. Real passion. It's a need. Next, bringing ideas to fruition, we're gonna need investment. I hate to say it, hate to rain on your parade, but you know you're gonna have to invest something, right? You guys invested in the morning meetup. This is a good start. And not only money, but time. So you've invested to fly from wherever y'all came from to invest some time here. You're on the right track. You're on the right track. And even though you didn't have to pay anything to come, because it's just part of your membership, you had to invest other stuff, the flight, the time away from your family. You had to invest some stuff. But the more you want, the more you're gonna have to invest, period. Be prepared for sacrifice. Okay? Next is effort. You're a videographer, right? How much effort do you put into building your career? Scale of 1 to 5. 1 meaning if a client comes, they come. I'm just waiting on a call. 5, like I'm out here every single day. I'm knocking on Tyler Perry Studios' door so that I can like really shoot. So scale of 1 to 5, how much effort you put in? 3. Let's get to a 4. At least, wherever you think you are, let's just get to that next level. We have to put in more effort. And effort isn't just work ethic. Effort is us sitting here thinking through the strategy. This is what I know happened. Remember I said, I want you to set a number, then I want you to figure out how you're gonna get to that number. Some of us checked out mentally. First 3 minutes of the sheet of paper, I'm checked out, I grab my phone, scroll through Instagram. I know it. I don't know who it is, but some of y'all, right? But the effort looks like, I am going to figure this thing out no matter what. Don't get lazy with the effort of thought. Don't get lazy with that. You have to relentlessly, not only like physical labor, but we have to relentlessly figure this thing out. Don't check out on me mentally. How many people checked out earlier mentally? We started talking about numbers. Thank you. We just check out. We got to put forth the effort. We have to figure this out. So how many people is going to put forth more effort? Especially when you got something good, man. Yeah, me and Cynthia, we've been talking for the last couple of years or so. And she realized her effort was trash. Had something super special, brilliant woman. And she'll get excited about the opportunities that she's going out to create. Not because, oh, somebody just happened to randomly hit me. Like, we can tie back referrals or people calling me to some effort I put in. And it's just amazing. It's amazing to see the effort. We're doing something now. Okay? And strategy. Lastly is strategy. To go from A to B, last point, strategy. We gotta have a plan, y'all. We can't just will it. We've got to sit there and come up with a plan on how we're going to do it. So excitement, belief, investment, effort, strategy. All right. Thank y'all so much. That was the end of my monologue. All right. So let's get to it. And I think all of you are here wanting to go from A to B. And it's a very special hot seat because not hot seat. I'm not gonna put I might put some of y'all in hot seat. I've been hot seat y'all a little bit today. It's all out of love, okay? So I wanna get an opportunity for y'all to introduce yourselves to the YouTube family. In any one of these things that we're dealing with, let's have the conversation. So somebody said something before we went into that. And you had a question, comment, anything we're going over right now? Anybody? Who's that? Who that? Oh, Nella. Okay. Oh, Nella. I didn't see you back there. I'm sorry. Let me pass it over to our illustrious co-host. Illustrious is a good word for that, right?
Yeah, that's a good word.
Okay, go for it.
Awesome. Well, first and foremost, welcome everybody to Free Smoke Friday. So Instagram, YouTube, you coming in on this conversation because we've been at it since 9 a.m. All right, but first and foremost, I have to give you guys some ground rules because you already know you in my house now. First, make sure you share this live with 3 of your friends. I don't care if they at work or whatever the case may be, tell them to stop what they're doing, put their headphones in, and watch this live, all right? Second, if you are on YouTube and you are loving the information that Dave has already dropped, make sure you drop a super chat to support not us, not this live, not David, but children that are in the inner city schools who have their entrepreneurial dreams, who are building entrepreneurial endeavors, who are in the excitement stage right now, and they are ready to Is it the battery? Nope. Who are ready
That is
to
definitely the wrong
evolve
lens for
their
Nella.
idea. All right? So go ahead, do do what you gotta do, share this live, and we're gonna go ahead. Oh, and make sure you hit the like button. If anything, that don't cost you nothing. All right. So hit that like button. We're gonna get into this conversation today from idea to what was the title?
It's been a long day. From idea to fruition. All right, Dave, back to you.
What's crazy is she came up with the title. I didn't even come up with that title. That was her. All right. Let's get to it, man. We've had some time today, and any issue, don't leave here with an issue. I'd love to hear how I can help you accomplish it if you're still struggling with getting there. Let's go for it.
Hello, everyone.
What up?
My name is Tammy. I'm an intimacy and relationship coach, and I focus on the sex part. So I focus towards Christian community. So I think that one of my struggles is what I present is not being received very well. Right? Like my whole concept is I want to be able to change the way that Christians feel about sex. So I want Christians to be sexually equipped so that they can be empowered within their relationships. So that's the goal.
So for married people?
Yeah, the focus is marriage, but the information could be for even those who are single.
What's your belief?
I believe that if you are married is when you should be having sex.
But you're still willing to help other people if they're not?
Get information. Because I don't feel like you should wait till you're married to be educated about sex.
But you're still telling them how to really get busy, though.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I educate them.
Yeah.
Right.
But I get it, but I'm just asking.
Mm-hmm.
So if me and my girlfriend are really trying to improve our intimacy levels, are you gonna help? Are you gonna help me?
I'm not gonna help you to engage in sex, but I am gonna educate you.
But you know I'm gonna use this for that.
I mean, what you use it for is not really my business, right? My goal is to educate you so that you can make wiser decisions as it relates to your sexuality.
Okay. But I think what made me think about that line of questioning for you is you said something, it's like for Christians or something?
So the focus is Christians because I want to make sure that I am modeling biblical principles as it relates to sexuality.
If you didn't say that, I would be like, oh, cool. But you don't think it's conflicting because you're teaching them something that you don't really believe in?
But I do believe in that.
And you're saying it's wrong, though.
I'm saying that you shouldn't have sex outside of marriage, but I'm saying that you should be educated on sex before you get married.
I understand.
Right.
But I'm saying I need you to help us. We're already engaging. I need help.
Right.
And you're going to help me.
I'm not going to be able to help you. Right.
You're not going to help.
No.
That's not what you said. Not what you said.
I'm going to educate you.
Okay. Because you're going to help me.
I'm going to educate you. What you do with the information is your business.
I'm not going to teach people how to mix drinks. I'm not going to educate people on that because I don't drink. There's certain things I just, especially if I think it's like morally wrong, that wouldn't bother you, you don't think? So I'm not promoting any, like people ask me for, to do ads for cannabis and they do the H, what's it? It's not weed, but it's like kind of weed, THC stuff. I just stay away from CBD, yeah, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. But if my main business is, I don't even know how I'm trying to say it to you, and I don't think it's wrong that you're educating people, but it just seems contradictory if you believe spiritually that it's wrong, but you still want to empower people to do that.
I want to empower people with educating, right? With education.
What I'm saying is, it specifically, are you specifically trying to help Christians?
Yeah.
Why?
Because, well, for one, I sell products, right? So I sell like toys and whatnot. But I focus on the Christian community.
Okay.
I focus on the Christian community because it's a huge problem within the church. So I focus parties.
It's a huge problem everywhere.
It is. It is. But my belief said that I cater to the Christian community, right? It's the wives who struggle within sex within their marriages. So that's the whole idea, right? Help wives to be more sexually equipped so that they can be more present and aware and understand the true purpose of sex so that they can express that within their relationships.
So if I'm like Muslim and I come to you, and me and my wife, we're married. Me and my wife, we're having issues. We need your help. Are you gonna help me?
I think that when it comes to other religions,
tough questions, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Because when it comes to other religions, like my principles are for those who believe in Jesus, right? So the principles that I give out to, those who I'm catering to is going to rely on those principles. So I think it'll be difficult for me to cater to somebody who's Muslim because they might not have the same beliefs.
How? But what does my belief system have to do with me and my spouse's ability to be intimate?
That's true.
I'm just asking.
Well, because I'm teaching godly principles, so like from a biblical perspective. So all of the principles that I teach are coming directly from the Word of God.
Got it. Okay. Here's my advice.
Okay.
Unless you are like super targeting the church and you want your brand to be like church.
That's what I want my brand to be.
Gotcha. Okay. So you only go into churches and speak and all that kind of stuff.
So I want to do like workshops in churches for like marriage seminars and things like that.
Okay. All right. Well, you're going to have to answer these tough questions. Mm-hmm. You educate kids too?
I educate kids on just empowerment, like understanding sex from like a elementary level.
Got it. Okay. All right. What's the issue with the business?
This is the issue that I'm having.
And how to grow it?
Yeah, how to grow it.
How many churches have you gone to?
I haven't had any churches. So right now I'm in the process of having a book edited. So I'm building the book and then I was going to promote and do all the things from the book. So it's being edited. And then once it was edited, then I was going to go out there and start doing all the things.
But you're saying you don't need a book to go do workshops though, right?
Well, no, I don't. But I mean, in my mind, that's what I was thinking that I needed, so.
Why would you think that?
Well, that's until I came here. And then I realized that I didn't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like being here has given me a lot of ideas on things that I can do. Because I think the issue that I have is trying to understand how to define it so that I can cater to the audience that needs to receive the information.
Side note, what does the Bible say about sex though? Like what type of tips they got?
That the bedroom is undefiled, right? So
which means you can go crazy.
Right, you can go crazy, but there are parameters on what it is that you can do, right?
No, I'm saying I know that verse. What else is in there in terms of like, is there practice?
So God is very specific on what you cannot do, and so He gives you the freedom to be able to explore. So things like go out there and have when you're married, because I'm speaking to faith-based individuals, right? So if you can't commit adultery, you can't have pornography, you can't go to swingers clubs, strip clubs, all these different types of things. You can't. Right?
Pornography.
No pornography.
Which is like watching.
Yes.
Even as a couple, right?
Even as a couple.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. For the faith-based communities, right?
He said, where is it?
You don't watch pornography.
Where is it at? What's the scripture? What's the scripture?
No, there's no specific scripture outside of you should not involve anybody else that's not in your bedroom, right? So if you look at the statistics.
Hold on. Because now I'm involving you kinda in our education.
No, that's education. You're not looking at me to tell you how to have sex. Like, you're not looking at me as an example for your sex, right? You're looking to me just to educate you on what it is that you can and cannot do, right?
Okay, yeah. So, but I'm saying, what does?
So the Bible, right? It just gives you the parameters on what you cannot do. So God gives you the freedom.
What are the cannots?
The cannots are porn, polygamy, homosexuality, these different types of things, right? Okay. Adultery, swingers, strips, like all these different things. It's anything that
all wrapped into not involving someone.
All wrapped into not involved with someone.
But if I buy a toy from you, I'm kind of...
So Christians have a lot of questions on what it is that they can and cannot do within their bedroom. And so my role is to educate you on what you can and what you cannot, right? But you decide as a couple.
It's only, but you're saying it doesn't talk extensively about that. It's not like there's a whole...
Well, the whole Bible is biblical, right? The whole Bible is sexuality.
No, but what I'm saying is, the whole Bible is what?
The whole Bible revolves around sexuality, right? It does. It does. So I know a lot of people, they look for a specific scripture, but it's not really about scripture. It's really about understanding who God is within your sexuality. The fact that he created us meant that he wanted us to have sex. He said, go multiply, and right? He wanted us to go and produce and go multiply. Be blessed and be multiplied. He wanted us to be able to recreate. He gave us the ability to enjoy pleasure, right? You can invite foreign objects into your bedroom. Not foreign people, right? But when you're thinking about toys, there's so much different types.
Because you're selling them, right?
But no, there's so much different types of toys, though.
Okay, I think there's going to be a challenge because you're kind of, you're taking something from the scripture and it's almost like you're making it say what you want it to say.
I don't think so.
I'm saying you don't think so. I'm just saying outside looking in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it says the bedroom is undefiled.
Right.
Right? From your perspective, pornography is undefiling or that's bringing somebody in, right? I'm saying from my perspective, it looks like, well, whether it's a visual aid or a toy, it seems like the same thing to me.
It's not, though. It's completely different.
Okay, explain where it says in the Bible that that's completely different.
Okay, so it's really not. So when it comes to pornography, right, the Bible says that we should not look on anything lustfully, right? Porn introduces lust into your marriage. Also, porn has negative impacts on your marriage. So the things that you are going to introduce into your marriage should not destroy your marriage. So I have a formula
real quick. So I don't know if you know it, but toys destroy people's marriages.
So I have a formula. So I'm not saying toys is for everybody.
No. Here's
right?
what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, and I'm specific. I'm not attacking your philosophy, but I'm sharing with you how it's going to be a challenge building this business, unless you're like becoming this prophetess where you're saying, God told me to tell you, which I do not like those people. Okay, I don't, because it's like how tell them to call me. You know what I mean? Tell hit me directly. If they bang my line. If that's your direction, cool, no problem. The only reason I'm putting up I'm putting up a fight is because this is a very touchy subject, period.
Right.
In the church. And what I'm saying is a lot of people take the Bible and interpret it the way they want to interpret it, meaning this is what it means to me. So you can't tell me. So we see the same thing. You say, well, this is talking about pornography, but not toys. Right. I see it. I'm like, no, this for sure talking about toys. I think it's just me versus you. It's not a factual thing. So this is going to be a challenge if you're 100% focused on a certain belief system, because now the education isn't people are going to say, well, what you're saying isn't biblically based, because it's not. You're taking something out of it and making it your own, which, if that's what you're doing, cool. Some people will accept it, but it's going to be a challenge with this touchy subject, making all about that. Now, if I were you, I would just go into the education space. You might hit up some people of a certain religion, but my whole brand wouldn't be about that. Like on like your belief system is your belief system. Your philosophy is your philosophy. The people that you want to help, no problem. But we don't always have to label who we're talking to specifically. I talk to entrepreneurs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I'm talking to an entrepreneur, it's typically an entrepreneur is making under $200,000. But I don't necessarily have to add that as a tagline for everything that I talk about. Right? Because there might be some people who are entrepreneur. I know what it's like to make a bunch of money and still feel empty. I know what that's like. I can talk to some people. My major focus is going to be this group of people making under $200,000. But if I want my business to grow and there's not any conflict where somebody's saying, oh, I thought you only cared about this group of people. Like if I am another religion and your focus is to help in the bedroom, it's not like, yo, your intimacy life isn't gonna work because you believe in another belief system.
Right.
So I'm saying you can target a group of people, but for me, with this topic, I wouldn't add the religious part into my branding. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so the book that I created that is like focused on biblical sexuality.
Yeah.
So then how would I market that if the whole thing is about God and sex?
I mean, well, you're gonna have to go into, you already wrote the book, so
Professor.
go for it. Go into the churches and see what happens. You may find yourself writing another book.
Okay.
And I'm not saying hide your faith. I'm not saying that. But for the religious people so closely align everything, it's hard to separate. So I feel like I have a very, very strong belief system. And I was on an interview one time, and actually with Ernestine, and she was like, yo, she knows my belief and how I'm really focused on my spiritual life and how much I study and how much I read. She said, the way you live your life is inspiring. Like, I never have to worry about you taking nothing from me, talking behind my back, lying, cheating, like just the way you live. And we've done a bunch of Bible studies together. And people hit me up, said, and it's not like I'm leading with that, but I want to be an example, right? I want you to know that there's something different about me. And I probably invited more people to church than you. But I don't have to say that this is my business. I'm only focusing on a group of people. That's how you inoculate other people. There's going to be some people who are struggling with their faith, and they don't like the fact that you're only talking to this one group of people. Oh, I can't have help with my marriage because I don't believe what you believe. That's not even biblical. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I'm you, I'm rewriting that book.
Okay.
We can make it general and help whoever we want to help. We need to help people. Doesn't matter what they believe in. Just my opinion.
Okay.
You might have somebody else that gives you some other advice. It's just my advice.
Okay.
Cool?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, give her a round of applause. Anybody else? I'm gonna be easier. Unless it's you, because we had at it already.
Hi, my name is Dominique. I'm the owner of Nature's Crown. Nature's Crown is a bridge between your healthcare and your skincare by the way of science-backed natural ingredients. So my issue is I feel like a lot of time when I give my presentation or I speak to people, they feel like I'm just a little skincare brand because they're really familiar and they've seen a lot of skincare brands. So they don't really get as excited as I am to to purchase the products. I know the value in the brand and the products. The way I make my products different is not only do I use natural ingredients, but I use science-backed formulas while I'm creating the products. So that's my question.
Good. Okay. So what's the question?
So, sorry. Just want to know, how can I distinguish myself when I am meeting people so that they don't look at me as just another ordinary skincare brand?
Okay. Look at my skin. See it? How's my skin?
It looks good.
I don't need your products.
You do need my products because my products, what makes my products different is I heavily use specific plants and botanicals and herbs to make sure that my products are packed with different nutrients and vitamins that will not only, that do not sit on the surface of your skin, but they are actually absorbed in your skin, and they help with a long range of illnesses, prevention of illnesses, and things like that.
But I don't need, but I'm saying my skin looks good, so I don't need your
But it's
product.
not just for beauty, it's for healthcare. It's for prevention. So when you're eating foods, you're not just eating just because you're hungry. You want to eat because you want the nourishment and the nutrition from the product, the foods that you're eating. A lot of people do not even eat enough nutritional foods during the day to get the vitamins that they need. So that's where my products help you at, is you're also getting nutritional value from the products. And vitamins is there has been extensive research where it shows that a lot of the vitamins and nutrients that you receive from different products, I won't go through the whole list of ingredients, but they have been shown to help with even things like cancer, arthritis, inflammation, a lot of things for prevention of aging.
Okay.
Well,
So-
I mean, they also help you look good. You know, that's the obvious. They help you look good. It keeps you from being ashy, acne, all those type of things. But my products are based in the nutritional value.
But real quick, my skin looks good though, right?
Yeah, it looks good.
I don't need it.
You do need it.
Why do I need it if my skin looks good already?
Yes.
I feel like if you say my skin's good and you sell skincare, I'm cool.
But you want to make sure that you're here for a long time with your family and your kids, and you want to make sure that you're putting the best things on your body. A lot of times people, they know about the negative effects about the things that they put on your body. You've recently in the news, you've heard of a big company being sued. They have to pay millions and billions of dollars because their products cause cancer. A lot of people, well, I think a lot of people know about using deodorant with aluminum in it because it causes breast cancer. There's a lot of ingredients that we're putting
just
on.
real quick, from a glance, I look good though. I'm cool.
Yes, you look amazing. You look bomb. Skin is looking good. It's nice,
All right,
even.
cool.
We got all of that.
I'm
You
just
look
making
great.
sure.
Yes.
I'm just making sure. Okay. So are you looking for people who have bad skin?
No, I'm not looking for people that have bad skin. I'm looking for people who want to increase the nutritional aspect of their health, that are able to. I'm looking for just anyone. You don't have to have a skin condition. You want to be able to add the nutritional benefits to your body, as well as.
But real quick.
Okay. You look good.
I'm
look good.
Okay, all right, cool. Remember on the paper, I had y'all write down your product. Is it a need or a want?
It's a need, because we all need to live long, healthy lives.
Yes, but from a
Would you want to use a product that gave you cancer?
No, of course not.
Okay, so you need my
And your
product.
product's not going to give me cancer?
It's not going to give you cancer.
How do I know that?
Because it's based in natural ingredients, and it
Every
has already
product
been.
I use says it's based in natural ingredients. Your ingredients are you're the only skincare company using natural ingredients? It's hard to believe.
No, so that's actually my question. So how do I distinguish myself? I can also tell you another part. The last
Here's
time
how you distinguish yourself. Everybody needs it.
Okay.
So you're looking at me and you say, well, your skin's good. There's something, it's not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
If you are if I went into a dermatologist's office and I just walked in and said, hey, doc, look at my skin. What you think? You think they're gonna be like, oh, you cool, man. Just don't even worry about it. I'm not gonna sell you nothing. They gonna look at my skin is either too shiny or it could have more of a shine, or if it does look good, it's like, okay, how are you maintaining that? What are you doing with that? Oh, nothing? Oh, we need to take a deeper look then. What are you using? I use shea butter. Shea butter's good, right?
It's great. It's amazing.
Great, cool. So I'm good. I'm good.
So
I am good.
So that's what I feel like my issue is, that
Yes.
there are a lot of people now.
There's a need.
Okay,
A need. So whatever I'm using's bad for some reason.
Well, shea butter's not bad. I can't.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie.
You don't know what kind of shea butter I'm using.
So I can say mine is most likely better because I receive it fresh from Ghana.
Okay. Okay. So here's my point. From your perspective, you're still not pushing the issue. You're not selling. You're talking about what you have, and you're just hoping that I'm gonna switch. I use Palmer. I love Palmer's. So it's super, right? It's not like the bar shea butter that you gotta like break and it takes you forever to rub it into your skin. Joy mad silky. I rocked. What? Use Palmer's, Reese? What you use? Hey, that Palmer's go crazy. Yeah, go crazy. So I'm not about to just switch to yours because it's yours.
Can I tell you another reason people should switch to mine?
Finally.
Okay. So another reason is because my goal is to have a manufacturing plant on the west coast of Africa. So my products not only help you, your skin, your family, make you look amazing with your amazing skin, but it's also going to help families, men and women on the west coast of Africa, be able to support their...
I don't care about them and their skin.
You told me that you didn't care before, and I think that's important.
I don't
really
care.
do.
Why do I gotta care about their skin? I'm worried about my family.
No, it's not their skin. Okay, so on the west, in a lot of countries in Africa.
Sell me on your product.
Well, I don't.
So, and if you can't, that's okay. That's a good starting point. You need to become a, what's it called? What's the people called? No, what's it called? The skin people. You need to be an esthetician.
But how can I sell someone
I'm
if
not
I'm
saying,
just meeting
listen to me. Listen to me. I would tell you something. I'm just meeting you.
I'm saying in terms of like
you
results.
You need to study like an esthetician. You come to me and say, hey, David, your skin look good. What you doing? Oh, I use this shea butter joint called Palmer's. Palmer's? Nah. You know where they're manufactured? You know that's not organic. These are the kind of conversations. I'm going to find a way you need me. If your skin looks great, yeah, what are you using? Oh, my gosh. And whatever you tell me, I'm going to tell them why mine's better. Okay. If you would have said, hey, what you using? I'd be like, yo, Palmer's shea butter. I just started using it. It's looking good, right? She's like, yeah. Long term, though. Long term, you're going to have issues. You need natural. Did you know that the quality of shea butter greatly depends on where the shea butter is grown? Okay. Did you know that? Did you know that? Yeah. Like the region of the world?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even know that. I just made it up. Sounds good, though. Sounds right. It sounds right. And what am I going to do when I go home? I'm going to go and get the Palmer's, turn around like, is this New Zealand? No, I can't use no New Zealand shea butter.
Okay.
Everybody needs you, okay. Whatever they're using.
Okay.
So if we want one, you got to break out of that. I don't want to sell stuff to people. You have to break out of that. Because you're still in, you're in the creative mode. You probably create the stuff and you like just the research behind it. You love that stuff and you just wish everyone knew what you knew.
Right.
And you need to start telling them that.
Okay.
You need to tell people what you know. You need to be an esthetician. Esthetician?
Mm-hmm. It's an esthetician.
Mm-hmm. No, it's something else. What's the skincare doctor?
A dermatologist.
You need to be a dermatologist. Mm-hmm. Little hood dermatologist, not a real one. Hey, listen, you know some hood doctors in your family. If you get sick, they going to give you this funny formula. You get a tomato, squeeze it. Not the whole thing. Get some lemon, garlic. You got to put a little bit of yak in that joint. Yeah. Turmeric. Come on, like, go get some grass from outside. Not too much, though. Grass has endorphins, and like,
Yeah.
you need to be that.
Okay.
You got to study. You want people to trust you more than anybody else when it comes to their skin. There are some people who tried everything. They've tried everything. And really, they're looking for somebody to tell them something different. And to look at their skin and say, hey, hold on. I've noticed. A dermatologist would look at my skin and say, hey, there's something wrong. Would you agree?
Probably.
100%. Absolutely. Why? Because it's their business.
Yeah.
And businesses have to make money. And the only way businesses make money is they have to sell stuff to people. And people buy stuff that they need.
Okay.
So if you are going to be this mogul in the space, one, you got to see yourself as the mogul. You got to see yourself as building this huge business. But a person that builds a business like that is so knowledgeable. And every time we talk, everybody in here, everybody that you meet has skin. Everyone's a customer.
Yeah.
Or potential. I go to the mall and they rub this stuff on your hands, but they only rub it on one hand. And they get both of them like, see? I'm like, yo, you know what, you're right. And I never consider the fact that they just didn't put nothing on here. Like, that's why this one's glossy.
Right.
But they put, you feel me? I never consider the fact that even if they use another lotion on this hand, it'll probably shine the same.
Right.
I look at my nails and say, yo, you got some little white things in your nails. What kind of lotion you use? Suave. You look like you're walking with a little limp. What type of lotion you use? Dove. Dove make you limp a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? You need to be a dermatologist and you need to study. You need to be able to look at people and see that they're dealing with something, with blemishes or something. You need to see the little spots, the little dark spots, and you need to share. You have to see the wrinkles under the eyes. You have to see it, but you're not looking for it because you're wanting people to look for you, and it doesn't work like that.
Okay.
You understand?
I do.
So you need to be aggressive with building your business. First, it's going to start with educating yourself. I need you to just know more about skin and your products. I know you're knowledgeable now, but you got to go deep. You got to go deep. Cynthia's talking about AI stuff. I would be a little disappointed if someone tells me about a new AI and she didn't know about it. If it's something that was posted on Shade Room, which means a lot of people know about it, and she's like, I've never heard of that one. But you know what she's gonna do? Go research, go learn, try it out, play with it. It's not gonna happen again. Nobody else gonna come up to me and tell me I don't know about this. You understand?
I do.
A little more aggressive. So get more information. Start falling in love with this stuff. If you fall in love with it, you'll see people that are dealing with issues.
I get it.
Yeah, I don't have a hairline. It's probably because I use Palmer's. Got to be.
Even the graying, I can see.
Yeah, come on.
Sorry.
Come on. Talk to me. Yes. Where's this
I
coming
have some
from?
products that can help with that. Rosemary hibiscus, it does help with that. They actually say that it's a vitamin deficiency that causes premature.
Where's all this coming from?
I research it. I am in love with the products, but you are right. I do need to be more aggressive with. I feel like I shouldn't sell, I guess, and I do need to start.
You have to. You need to take it.
Nature'sCrownUS.com.
Good. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Ask somebody to buy your stuff, okay? Hold on, real quick. Ask somebody to buy from you.
Ask someone. I'll ask her. Hi, how are you? I'm good. Do you have any, you do have beautiful skin, really pretty. What do you use on your skin? Yeah, but your complexion is very even. It's really nice. Yes, you're welcome. Okay, I see the sparkle. So do you use the shea butter all year round, or do you just use it in the winter? Okay, well, I make a shea butter lotion, so it's a little bit like shea butter, so you still reap the benefits, but, oh yeah, so you reap the benefits, but it's lighter, it's more like lotion. Would you like to, I have some on me, would you like to try it and you can purchase it?
You said lotion?
Yeah,
you
so
have the
it's a-
whipped body butter?
So that actually melts in the summertime. So I like to switch it and go to the lotion. So you still have all the benefits from the shea butter, but it won't melt on you. So it's more like a lotion, but it's really thick and it's rich and you still reap the benefits.
Yes. How much is it?
It's $10 for an 8 ounce.
And I can get it today?
You can get it today.
Absolutely, I'll buy it.
Thank you, girl.
You're
I'll bring it
welcome.
over to you.
Okay. I'm gonna really buy it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I thought this was for podcast purposes. I can send you naturescrownus.com.
You was about to get 2 cents just now.
Sorry.
See? All right. But I can buy what you have on the table.
I'll talk to you.
Okay, good morning.
All right, thank you.
Good. Is that what I was saying? She was turned that way, so I was hoping that one of these cameras could. Okay. All right, how'd that feel?
It felt good.
Good. Uncomfortable?
A little uncomfortable, but good.
Yeah. Hey, you ship stuff to people?
Yeah. Because the products they're not heavy, but when you have a bunch of them, they are heavy. So
Right.
I try to,
Where do you live?
in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Shout out Pittsburgh.
Definitely. Okay. All right. Do you know some people in Pittsburgh that will buy your product?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to call them.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Yeah, right now.
Oh,
Speaker.
jeez. All right. I'm
Okay.
this one.
And Cynthia, come on up real quick, because you know so I pray at 9 and 3, so I gotta pray again at 3 o'clock. So it's 2:58. Make sure she do that call, and if I ain't back in enough time, talking about some AI stuff. I'll inform you. Okay, call, put on speaker.
Okay.
Ask them to buy. Ask them to buy today.
Okay. I'm trying to find someone that, not my friend, because don't answer crazy.
Hey, we're gonna figure it out. What I do?
Hey, Juanita, how are you? That's good. So I'm down in Atlanta. I'm at a podcast, and I know that we talked about you purchasing some products from Nature's Crown a few times, and I have the products. They're all ready for you. I wanted to see what day and time you wanted to go ahead and purchase them.
I can purchase them anytime.
Okay. All right. So can you remind me what products it was that you were looking at?
I was looking at that the bar soap, and I was looking at the hand cream.
Okay.
That's like that color. I don't know the actual name of the bar, but it's for sensitive skin. I need stuff for sensitive skin.
Okay. So you wanted the one that was unscented, right?
Right.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna prepare that for you. So the bar soap is $5, and then the hand cream, that is $10. So are you able to go ahead and cash that to me, and then I can have that ready for you the next time I send you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, Juanita. So you go ahead and cash app me, and I will have that for you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, bye.
Ooh, look at that.
Thank you. All right.
What was your name again?
My name is Dominique.
Dominique. Y'all
Yes.
give it up for Dominique. That's not easy.
Thank you.
That is true. Auntie Shaky asked, how did that feel?
Uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's uncomfortable. Like I guess like to ask for people to like buy stuff, I guess. I like to tell them and give them the choice. But yeah, so it's a little uncomfortable for me to like, okay, can you pay? Can you send me money?
Right.
But, you know,
How
I
many-
guess I'll get better with it, I guess.
You absolutely will, as will I and everybody else in here. How many people still have a little issue with asking for the sale? Yeah, regardless of the price point. Why do we think that is? Cisco. She made money.
Somebody bought it?
Somebody did.
All right, they bought it? What they say? What they say?
She just cashed out me. She said that she was...
She cashed out you the money?
Yeah.
Go ahead. How'd that feel?
We gave it up for her, yeah. She
How'd that
said she was
feel?
uncomfortable. But you can answer again. Answer again.
I was just saying I was uncomfortable. I guess I like telling people about the business and the products and stuff because I love it. But I'm uncomfortable when I like have to ask for them to, you know, pull out their wallet or spend some money. I want them to be able to ask me, but I know that's not how sales work.
Yeah.
And you reminded me today that's not how sales work. I have to ask them to spend the money. They're not going to ask me, can they spend, you know, the money.
Yeah. All right, so your new goal is every day we need to come up with a number, an amount of times we're going to ask someone to buy. Not just give information, but you have to use these words. Would you like to buy today?
Okay.
Would you like to buy today? Would you like to buy today? So say it with me. Would you like to buy today?
Yes.
Yes. So even when he's like, yo, would you like to buy? They be like, yeah, absolutely. Yo, just send me the website.
I'll say, oh, no, you can go ahead and click this QR code and you
Come
can
on with it.
purchase it right now and I will ship it out.
Let's go. Let's go. Okay. All right. Good stuff.
Thank you.
All right. 5-figure Cisco. What's happening?
Uh-oh, that's
Come
not
on,
you.
man.
That's not you. You 6-7-figure. He called you
He said
5-figure
don't answer
Cisco.
that. No, his goal is to make 70,000. No, 60,000.
Oh.
He been messing with me today, so
Yeah.
I'm just...
He said his goal was to make 60,000 this year. He made 20 of these last 4 months. He's gonna make another 20, then another 20. I'm not calling him 6-figure Cisco when his goal is 5 figures. And there's nothing wrong with 5 figures. 5-figure Cisco. Ain't nothing wrong with 5. That's a cool name. I refuse to call this man 6-figure Cisco when his goal is to make 5 figures.
I can't have this. I can't have this.
Come on, Cisco. Stand up. Stand up on the inside.
I'm holding back. I'm holding back. All right. What was the question?
Well, we were talking about she had was uncomfortable asking for the sale. And oftentimes that happens to a lot of people, as we talked about today, including myself. So we were saying, why do we think that is?
Right. So I totally feel how she feels when I ask for the sale. And then one of the reasons why is because I don't know what your money situation is like. And I guess I take that upon myself, especially because my pricing isn't necessarily cheap. It's not super expensive, but when I'm asking, you know, a mom to give me $750 to do a photo booth at their child's birthday, I do feel that resistance in them, like, ooh, like, you know, when you hear that on the phone, I'm like, you ain't got it, you know, so I get uncomfortable, you know, because I don't know what their money situation's like.
Can't count people's pockets, brother.
Yeah.
Facts.
We can't count. How much you think they're paying the caterer? How much you think they pay for the venue?
They paying money. I think
Or
we're
the
talking
event
about,
planner?
Yeah, everybody gets paid. That's
But
a
you.
line item.
Ain't that crazy? Everybody get paid but you.
Everybody getting paid.
With the heart. With the heart.
Man, what you saying today is a reiteration from the last time about what I do has to be a need, right? Not a want. So I have to feel that when I'm talking to people. And I've been working on that, like making sure I come in with that mindset that they need what I have. And I'm not worrying about how much money they have or, if they can or can't afford it, I'm presenting something that I know is valuable to them, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to. And I mean, the cool thing is we are always gonna like miss the mark on what someone has in their pocket. We just don't know. And if someone wants it, you need to start taking some sales classes, you too, probably.
I do.
Take a sales class, sales course or something like that. I think Alistair has a sales course. It might help you with that. But the sale isn't about what they have. It's about what they want. So a wedding is, how much is a wedding?
Thousands.
Thousands, tens of thousands.
Yeah.
Could be 100,000, which is the stupidest thing, in my opinion. Why would somebody do that? And guess what? Some people don't like just cash out on their wedding.
They borrow.
And guess what happens when you borrow money? You have to pay more than you borrowed.
Interest, yeah.
So that's $70,000 for that wedding. It's gonna cost them 100 something. But guess what? The wedding planner, the venue, caterer, nobody cares what you have to pay on the back end. And guess what? The person paying the money, they don't even care because they're gonna have these pictures and these memories forever. So they're like, yo, to be able to relive this one day, I'll pay $100,000. No problem. I have this forever. It's gonna last forever. So you have to figure out how to have a different conversation. It's not a decision of, do you want this photo booth or not? The decision is, do you want these memories to last forever or not?
Right.
What you want?
Right.
Do you want your guests to leave with a good feeling, or do you never want them to forget this moment ever again? When they think about you, they look at the pictures and they say, yo, I cannot believe that that person is the reason I have this picture forever.
Facts.
But you don't believe it yet.
Well, Skittles just said something about finding the customer that can afford what I have to offer, right? So I've been dealing with the clients that just come to me. I haven't been very intentional about finding those clients.
Yeah.
So I think once I do that, that will solve a lot of that for me.
Maybe. You gotta ask everybody. First off, bro, you're not selling a $20,000 product.
Facts.
What's the most what's the most?
I mean, I can come and do it for less than $1,000. Like, $1,000 is more than enough.
Yeah, bro. Everyone has $1,000. If they're doing an event, they have $1,000. They're not homeless. Homeless people don't do events.
Yeah.
Definitely
Right?
for a wedding.
Definitely for a wedding,
Definitely
or
for
a
a
party,
wedding.
or a summit, or a conference. And now that I know that, I'm just going to negotiate your price for the podcast. So now I know
That's
that
your individual rate, right?
Yeah,
that's your individual
that's for private
rate.
parties and private events. That doesn't cover conferences.
How much do you quote with me? How much?
We never spoke about price, but
All right, let's talk about it right now.
you want to talk about it right now?
Is there another right now? He said,
No.
Hold on.
This
right
is
now,
for
right
Six
now.
Figure Cisco. This
What's
is
the difference
this is
between
a
right now?
corporate. This is a corporate event.
For corporate events.
Hey, listen to me before we get this going.
No, I'm not.
I'm not going to pay you. I'm not throwing money out the window.
No, I'm not.
So I'm going to talk to you how I'm talking to every other vendor. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You're sure?
I'm absolutely sure.
Okay. All right. We'll have 1,500 people there.
It's a lot of people.
And yeah, there's a lot of people. I'm already hiring photographers, and they're all going to get the pictures. And honestly, I don't see the value of a photo booth. And I think it was like a cool thing to have 2 years ago when they first came out, 3 years ago. It was real trendy. But for me, I don't see the value because I don't use the pictures. Because the camera isn't, I don't know, or the video of me shooting money in it, it doesn't appeal to me necessarily. So
So just because it doesn't appeal to you doesn't mean it's not going to appeal to your guests and the people that are going to be at this summit, right?
True.
So you have to think about them, not just about yourself. And you're providing an experience with this summit. So if you care about the experience that they're going to get, then you will care about having different things for them to do. Now,
Reach.
so with the photo booth, it's about creating an experience that they're not going to forget once they leave the conference or the summit, right? They get to actually take those pictures with them.
Okay.
So
How much is it?
It starts at $2,500. I can get you set up right today. Pay me a deposit.
$2,500?
Yes, sir. $2,500, and that's for the print booth. That's the print booth option, right?
Okay.
So we're going to print the pictures for them in 4x6, and we're going to create that design for you, and we're going to be printing out the pictures.
Look online real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
And this is for 2 days?
It's for, so my packages usually are a day, and I will give you up to 4 hours of photo booth service. If you want to do 2 days or
4 hours for $2,500?
Yes.
I'm not doing that. I'm looking on Google. It says, how much should you spend on a photo booth? Minimum average cost $100 per hour. Average cost $150 to $200 per hour. Maximum average cost is $300 per hour. I'm just looking on Google. So actually, the Knot has a spring sale. All photo booth rentals, $500 for 3 hours, $550 for 4 hours.
You're not going to get no quality with that.
How you know?
Because I do photo booths.
So what's the difference between your quality and their quality? It looks
mean-
like these look like quality pictures, no? Look like quality? They look a little. They look.
It's a little stock. They look a little stock picturish.
Yeah, you can. I mean, like I said, you're looking at the private event prices, and you're looking at,
No, this is a wedding.
How many people at the wedding?
Exactly. You're talking about 1,500 people at your summit. That requires a lot of logistics. I'm going to have other people there working with me to make sure that the line is running smoothly. We got to have enough.
How many people you need?
At least 2, but I'll probably bring 3, just to make sure we have full coverage.
What did they all do?
So we have people that are going to be engaging people to come to the booth. We're going to have someone that's actually running the booth, so someone that's actually standing there, instructing, making sure.
You got this mirror thing? Is this it?
I can get that for you. Yes.
Oh, it's not.
That's not what I am pitching for you. But if you want that, that's not a problem.
2,500 is high for me. These are like nice pictures. No, I'm just telling you this is how I shop around.
For sure. You.
So yeah. I mean, you're not providing no
But how much is that one?
super photoshopic lens or something like that.
Are these shareable? They're shareable, right? For the
Absolutely.
social proof for the event?
Mm-hmm. And what I would do for you is I will include. It's definitely.
Okay,
Trying to help pull out the points.
Okay.
I'm going to include a virtual, completely virtual experience on top of the physical photo booth. So we'll have an in-person photo booth, but we'll also have a virtual photo booth that people can take boomerangs, pictures, and videos, and this is all going to be user-generated content.
All right, I'm just going on the price list. There's a whole price. So we got the little mirror for $1,000.
For how many hours?
$1,000, 4 hours of service, unlimited
4 hours.
printed photos, personalized photo strip, digital copy, prop kits.
Hold on, I get unlimited physical pictures and digital.
Digital copy,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie
If
to
you
you.
tell them,
One professional
it's a
attendant.
summit with 1,500 people, they're gonna charge
Right
you
there, it doesn't say it's a price.
Call them up.
Because it doesn't necessarily.
It doesn't say the number of people.
It's
So
not
you want to
gonna
know the throughput for sure.
And yours is the one that spins around, right?
I'm pitching you the print booth, but if you want the 360,
What's the print booth?
The print booth is a print station. It's like that mirror, but it doesn't have a mirror. It has a monitor that they can see themselves. So you stand in front of it, you see yourself, and then you take the picture. And we do a backdrop as well. So you have backdrop, and we do props.
Why don't I just get a backdrop and hire? I can hire a photographer for less than $2,500.
They're not going to print the pictures out.
Well, I mean, not everyone needs printed pictures, but someone will.
That's a good keepsake.
And the pictures is going to be a better quality picture.
And here's one thing that you can really do that I think I pitched to you when I first told you is you should have the sponsor the photo booth. So instead
if the sponsor is going to sponsor something, I'll just take the money, and I'd rather spend a little less on the booth and take the rest of the money for something. These look good, right?
You said take the money.
Those aren't pictures, it's just the price sheet. But yes. He ain't showing me no pictures. I mean, this is my morning meetup family. I'm trying to help.
I mean,
if you wasn't morning meetup family,
we're really not far.
yo.
We're really not far. Like, so I've worked with other brands before. I worked with Hulu, and they paid me more for less than I'm offering you. So I'm really, we're not that far, and I know I can deliver the service, but it requires work. It requires me to work, and it requires me to know how much I'm worth and my value that I
How much you worth?
I'm worth 6 figures plus.
Say it with your chest.
Hold on. To who? To who?
To my clients, to the people that I bring value to.
Well, no client's paying you 6 figures, so you're not worth 6 figures to a client.
Not 100,000, but I get, when I set my price this year, I've not gone down on my price.
Yeah,
So my price.
that's cool. You're worth 4 figures. 4 figures, Cisco. Here's the thing, and here's another point of business, right? So you're like, yo, I don't go down on my prices, which means you probably lose some gigs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which maybe your philosophy is, if they're not willing to pay me my full price, I'm just not going to do it, right? I don't operate that way. For me, everything's negotiable. So people like book this studio, they be offering little stuff. I'd be like, Dre, do we got anything on that Tuesday morning? No? Give us that money.
For sure.
I need the money. I'm getting all the money.
For sure.
All of it. Now, some things I'll just turn down if it doesn't make sense. Like somebody wanted me to sit in a studio and record like some content for them for, I want to say it was like 6 hours or something like that for $5,000. And I was like, I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not willing to pay me what I want, then I'm just not going to do it. But in the photo booth space, there are some people that just live by a different philosophy. Yo, I'm about to do every event. Whatever you got, let's do it. Because you might get other gigs from that one gig.
For sure.
So whoever started talking about, what was it? Charge your worth and add tax or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They were either super rich already.
Yeah.
Fat Joe. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Listen, sometimes today's price.
Still stands.
What? I'll take yesterday's price.
But Cisco, you offer a lot of services.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the 360 booth may be a better experience and you can provide different ones and it gives more coverage?
I think, first of all, I think he needs multiple booths.
So
over
pitch
the course of both days. And the virtual would be a good overlay, a catch-all. So the virtual booth would be like a catch-all for everyone. All you need is a QR code or a link for people to access that one. And then the in-person is for the people that during the intermissions or during the downtimes, instead of them going somewhere else, they have activities of taking pictures right there on the spot. Yeah, you could bring a photographer, but it's not a photo booth. The photographer is just going to stand there and take pictures, but the photo booth actually provides an experience for them that they actually get a physical copy right there on the spot.
Can I get a suggestion? So if I think of a 1,500 person event over 2 days, think of a package that will be immersive, that can give coverage and be at that value price. Because one photo booth in one area just stagnant the whole time is not going to get everybody. Everybody's not going to come to that one section, etc. So what package would give him coverage and points, a point at the entry, a point in the back, in different, however the format is, that would give him more social proof, social reach, etc., where people are sharing the stuff versus just one standard backdrop in one corner. That would add value to what you're saying because he'll get more out of it.
So if I can cover more of the event, that's what you're saying, or have more photo booths in different places.
Yeah, I wouldn't. In this family talk, I wouldn't pay $2,500 for just one
photo booth.
pop-up. Immobile, you can't. It's just one spot out for 1,500 people.
We're not doing
For 1,500 people. You.
Somebody's gonna need a mic. First off, this is fire. What I'm looking at right here.
What is?
I done went down a rabbit hole. So look at this.
That's
So
the
it's
mirror.
an inflatable LED booth. It's like inflatable, and it's like a tent, and it's lights in there, and the joint going around. Yeah, I could buy that joint for $1,800. Cisco. I could buy that whole joint for $1,800.
Okay.
It's like the video with Mace and Diddy.
You're going to have to buy it, and you're going to have to actually buy the actual photo booth as well. That's going to cost you another $3,000 plus the learning how to use it.
No, he's saying it's $1,800 to buy.
Yeah, that's $1,800.
It's $1,800 for just the tent, for the
No.
inflatable tent.
No.
You think so?
No,
Okay.
that come with the lights and all that in there.
Yeah.
Hold
it's
on,
just
let me
lights.
look.
It's
That's
just
lights in there.
It's just the tent.
Inflatable photo booth enclosure.
Closure.
But see, you can have that and then rent your
Yeah,
rent
you
your
can-
And I could
360.
rent the booth. Yo.
Yeah, so you still gonna have to store it. You're gonna have to keep it. You're gonna have to put it up for later. Trying to, keep up with it. That's on you if you want to do that.
No, I
but-
feel that. It's
Now-
over with on that $2,500 though. I ain't gonna lie to you. However, we need to figure out something. Or a way you can approach it is, what is your,
I can negotiate.
Okay.
Yeah, you
okay.
said everything's
All right, I got him now. You can ask
And
me
what
what my
he's looking
budget
for.
is. And then try to figure out if it's making sense. So you don't want to do something that doesn't make sense financially for you.
For sure.
Or to be a waste of time. Or is the capital saying, yo, you know what I mean? I will sponsor a booth for everybody who has a bag. I need you to promote it, and I need you to shout me out on stage. I get to you for free. Because somebody may say, yo, I'm doing an event, and I'd like to have a photo booth. So we could say, okay, no, we're not going to do it, and then you don't get in front of this audience of people who could use the photo booth, and you start talking to people about, yo, you should do a podcast inside a photo booth, bro.
Or
I
two
don't know how it
things.
works.
Your sponsors, if they want their logo on the
Which is what I was
actual
gonna ask, yeah.
frame, that could be part of their sponsorship package. But also on Free Smoke, we donate to the kids and the students, the movements, right? So for the photo booth, it could be a small nominal dollar, whatever, to have that currency or that revenue go to this cause, and they donate for the photo booth to use it.
And a
Couple ways to
QR
do
code
it.
on the picture to have it come back to social proof or
For
wherever
sure.
else.
Or the sponsor, right? It had like sponsored by
the
so-and-so.
sponsor.
Directly on the picture when it's printed out. So this way, when anyone else sees it, they can always go back to
Absolutely.
this day and time and or whatever future events come up.
And make it shareable, obviously.
I am down a rabbit hole, bro, right now.
Get him out that rabbit
You got to
hole.
get to your UVP. What makes you different? What makes you special than
Yeah,
this
'cause I'm not
$700 deal he looking at here?
Well, number one, I'm in your community, so
Okay.
I'm already part of the family. You don't have to go outside of the family.
Turn it up, Cisco. Bring the energy. Bring the
But say it
energy.
with
Come
your
on, turn
chest
it up.
more, brother. Like,
yeah,
come on,
that's
man.
part of it. That's part
It
of
seems
it.
like
You
you
gotta.
started out strong, but now you're like, hey, man, but I'm in the community, man.
I'm family, bro.
We supposed to be brothers.
I'm right here. Like, you looking up photo booths online, competition.
You cheating on me in front of my face?
Right in front of me.
He needs some of that podcast right there.
That's hilarious.
You all looking at other vendors.
All right, so there needs to be something unique. Like you need to come up with a pitch. Cause I'm like, all right, I'm gonna work with you. One I didn't know was $2,500. again, that's over with.
That's the
So
price
you need
that
to
you
get
told.
creative.
Remember, we stood at that
Bro,
board.
I'm not about to tell you what to charge me more. You didn't charge everybody else $1,000. You told me to charge.
I mean, I'll pay you 10x.
That's the price
I'll pay you
you said.
10x because you're in the family.
That's at the last conference. At the last one, we literally sat there, and you said I need to raise my pricing.
Yeah.
It's not for him.
Over 2,000, right?
Has
But
it worked for you?
Has it worked for me? No, because I
No, this is not working. And it's not working today either. It's not working right now. No. I need to go back to my old prices to get to my 6 figures. Right now I'm going backwards. I took your advice and it's going down. It's not even working with you.
Hey, yo, hold on. Let's just clear this up. First off, I did not tell you to raise your prices. I said you need to give people an opportunity to spend more with you.
Absolutely.
Like
So we don't
Skittles.
just take the price of the thing and say, I'm going to charge more for that.
For sure.
You try to get a whole $700,000
Oh,
from me.
man.
I didn't say raise your prices. I said give people an opportunity to spend more with you.
Money, for sure.
So if we have a booth,
Yeah.
let's say the starting price of the booth is, let's just a number. Let's say it's 500. Well, we can build on the add-ons for that. But if
Yeah.
the only thing you're selling is 500 booth, that's the most I can spend with you.
For sure.
So first off, my advice works. Okay?
It's not on you. But you could do the photo booth, to your point, and you can add a 360 for X amount. You know, because you do need more coverage for 1,500 people. So that's the idea.
So would you like to do 2 photo booths?
Don't know. You tell him
What was your
how
old
big
price?
is your.
First off, what was your old price?
My old price? No. Okay, for private events, that doesn't cover summits and conferences. When I do
How much was it?
conferences, when I do conferences,
Let him think about it.
Bro, how much was the price?
when I do conferences, okay. It depends. You know, every corporate client really depends. You know, it's, to be honest and to be just upfront with you, it's about what they're willing to spend. Like I said, I worked with Hulu. They spent $3,500 and they didn't blink.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing to them. They cut the check.
Gotta get my bag up.
Right.
And bro, I'm not Hulu either.
Yeah, but I'm not comparing you to them. I'm just saying it just depends on who I'm working with and how much they're willing to spend. I know what
But here's the thing. I don't know if that's fair though. So if you have a service, now I can see if you're saying, okay, it's 10 people for a booth, right? Let's just say I'm gonna have a corporate event or a small birthday party. There's gonna be 15 people there, 30 people there.
That's a set price.
A set price.
That's a set price,
Got
yeah.
you. So let's say a birthday party, it's gonna be 30 people there, set price.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a corporate event and I'm doing a training with Morning Meetup. There's gonna be 30 people there. You're saying you're gonna triple the cost because I have the money?
That's what is preached in the entrepreneur streets.
I
That's what's
don't
preached
I
in
don't
the
preach that.
Yeah, I don't understand it either.
I
And
said let's
and
offer.
I'll be honest with you. I don't charge more for corporate clients if they have the same amount of people that I would do for a private event.
That's what you just told me.
What you mean?
You said, yeah, that's what it's preached.
That's what I should do, but that's not what I usually do.
You just tried to do that.
No, you're doing a summit with
Yeah, it's
1,500
more
people.
people.
It's 1,500 people there.
And
That's
what
a lot of
determines the amount of people? The amount of pictures that come out, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
It's like, it's more throughput, it's more we have to manage. It's gonna be a lot of people trying to get into the booth.
Okay.
We gotta manage that line. We have to manage expectations.
Okay.
You know,
Here's how I prefer you structure it. You have a cost. Let's say, for instance, any event under 30 people.
Right.
There's a cost, or 50 people. Well, additional people you get charged for. If it's under 50, 50 to 200, 300 to whatever, right? But what if it's an event? Last year we wanted 1,000 people. We had 750. I still got to pay for me thinking there was going to be 1,000 and there's not.
Right.
So it's hard. It's just hard to structure it that way.
I could just set like a set price for over a certain amount. So like 200 is typically the max like throughput. Like 200 people at an event, you pushing it. After that, everything over that is gonna be corporate or conference or summit or something like that.
Yeah.
200 is like a large wedding, you could say. And for my wedding prices, it's the same as my private event prices. When I do corporate events, I do bring out more. So I'm providing more. I have stanchions, I have carpet, I have a 32-inch monitor to display a slideshow. I have multiple backdrops. I have my props. Different, you know, I'm giving a better presentation.
Yeah.
Right. The last conference that I can remember that I did, I usually charge them about $1,500 to $1,800, and that's to me fair, and that's like the going rate for a conference. And their conference doesn't have 1,500 people either. Theirs is less. Yours is going to be bigger.
And the amount is based on how many printouts you have and things of that nature. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you need to start coming up with a. Do you know how much it costs you to run the booth?
To run the booth?
Yeah.
I mean, I own all my equipment. I own, you know, for me personally, my labor, because I'm usually the one working. I mean, it's me. Like
for sure. So what I'm saying is you're not.
Yeah.
But you ever not negotiated your price and lost the deal?
Have I ever not negotiated my price and lost the deal?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, plenty of times.
Don't stop doing that.
What you mean?
It don't cost you nothing
to do the event.
Yeah.
It still costs me because if I put that event on my calendar, then I can't book anyone else for that time.
You don't got a whole lot of events on your calendar.
I'm booked up every weekend.
Okay, now I gotta figure out what the issue is, because you're booked up every weekend. You're doing $3,000 to $4,000 a month.
5.
Or
yeah, 3 to 5.
Oh, average 5,000.
Yeah, like average.
How much is the average event?
About $750.
$750. And we say weekend.
Like 2 events every weekend. So like Friday, Saturday. 1 event on Friday, 1 event on Saturday.
Okay.
So about $1,500 every weekend.
Okay. So about $750 is the average price that somebody pays.
Yeah, that's like my go-to, like my, what do you call it? Like your hero package, or your like.
That's the most.
That's what I sell the most.
So that was what I was sharing with you last time, where we do need. I'm not mad at you having the offering of a higher amount.
Yeah.
But it needs to be added on. Like I still should have the option of the $750 somehow. Like, all right, well, you could pay me $750, but it's only gonna come with X amount of printout pictures or something like that.
Okay.
Or like where it's not gonna be no line management. I'm at one person, they're gonna get upset because they're waiting in line and they're not gonna like it. I could do it, but they're not gonna like it.
But I open that option to you because I have it as an option.
But you didn't tell me what it is. You're just saying it's $2,500. You didn't help me understand
why it's
$2,500.
I got you.
I want you to think from an event planner's perspective too. They want that to be smooth, the experience, be immersive, have people talking about it, make sure people can share it, and make sure it's accessible. So if you say, I have this one booth in the corner versus we can put multiple photo booths around for the experience to make it accessible. And my virtual photo booth can be integrated into your app that you have. Now people will be able to access it, and you'll get the social proof from it, you'll get the experience, the people will love it, and people will share it. This is why you need this, because you don't want 500 people back here, Dave, saying they didn't take a picture and they can't share it. So it's gonna be in the app, and we'll have 2 over here and here, and that is XYZ price.
Yeah.
With excitement, bro.
With this.
Sure.
Because if you don't believe it, he's not gonna believe
family,
it. Like, how do you make it easier for him?
Yep, that makes sense. Or if you were saying, all right, well, you got this amount of people, like she was saying, the flow. So you're probably gonna need about 3. You charge about $700 each.
Because you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Be about 700. Like for a kids' party, I'll do 100 so people. I give you a discount. Less than 200 people, it's typically just a booth, $750. You probably gonna want 3, and 3 of the corners. So in my head, I can calculate. I'm like, okay, well, that's about 20-something hundred. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But you're like, yo, you want to experience at every corner. You don't want no long line. But that's not what you were sharing with me. I just want $2,500 of your money because you got it.
That's not the intention.
Put a package together and make it make sense.
Got you.
But you don't have to think about it later.
For sure.
It shouldn't be I don't want it to be case by case for you.
Yeah.
I want you to have a standard that can scale. I can do 30,000 people. Quantifying how many we need per person. One booth can handle a certain amount of people in a comfortable experience. There's how many you need. If you're doing EYL's Invest Fest, like, yo, you're gonna need a bunch of these joints, but it'd be at every single corner. I gotta have an operator there. They're going nice, fun, making sure they're tagging Invest Fest. With each post, we're gonna make sure, hey, take a picture right now, tag Invest Fest, tag it, tag it, tag it, tag it. Now it's starting to make sense to me.
I do have a question. So I see other photo booth companies, and I know for a fact that there are other companies that charge more than me and provide less than me.
Yeah.
How do I, or is that even?
Get better at sales.
Confidence, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not throwing stones because I need to do the same thing. But when you come through and you say, what venue you having it at? Okay, let me make sure. I'm gonna go up there. Hey, Dave, I peeped out the spot. You at least need one in this corner, by this door, by this door. Which ballroom did you have? Oh, you definitely want to have, what's the main room? You definitely want to have one here because that's where all of the people are going to be flowing from. You come in as the expert. You say, how many people you planning for? 1,500? You know you're going to have some attrition there. So I'm not going to charge you for the total 1,500. You're going to get about maybe 12, or you might get 13 or 1,100. And I'm not going to charge you for that. We're not going to print 1,500 pictures because everybody's not going to come to it. But you also want to make sure you can access it and put it in the app. I got that service. I know you had one last year, but I have that. I can integrate to whatever app you have. Then you come in with the confidence and the value and your expertise. Then 25 what? Go ahead, because it's peace of mind, right? And you know what you're talking about. This is what you do. He does social media and podcasts. He doesn't do photo booths. You have 2 events booked every single weekend. You know this stuff. You've done Hulu. You got corporate accounts. You got private accounts. You got baby parties. You know this. He doesn't. So come through with the confidence and the package. We'll pay it sometimes.
Sit there, round of applause. Talk that talk. All right.
All right.
All right, so go back to the drawing board. Give me a proper proposal and say it with your chest. All right.
I appreciate it.
Thank 5-figure Cisco, round of applause.
Uh-oh.
That's how we gonna end it?
Until you tell me otherwise.
Okay.
Give it up for Francisco.
Thank you.
Yeah, as soon as you tell me the goal is $100,000, then you're 6-figure Cisco. That's it. All right, y'all. Y'all good? Enjoyed yourself? All right, we're gonna do maybe a couple Q&A joints. My jet lag is setting in. Okay, 'cause I got off a plane from South Korea yesterday.
Yes.
And that joint, it's creeping up on me.
I can tell.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Any questions, y'all? I want to make sure we get some questions answered from our morning meetup family, especially if y'all are online too. Online family, y'all here? What's up?
Wait.
Hold on. Let's get that mic going. Get the mic going.
Hey, so I'm taking your advice, and I have a formula. Y'all ready to hear it?
Yes.
It's called SET. SET. S-E-T. So S stands for support. E is for empowerment. Equals transformation. T is for transformation. So, support, I'm creating a community for single parents. Empowerment will be workshops, webinars, and my networking events. If you apply those two, do the work, you will see equals the transformation. How does that sound?
I like. It's not bad. Just getting there.
Like it?
Keep working it out.
Okay.
Because you like kind of added the work in there somewhere.
The work?
Like we got to do the work.
Well, they have to apply the information in order to see the transformation.
We need to add that on there. Maybe that is seat and A is apply.
Okay. All right. Sounds
So
good.
we still work it out. We don't just want a what's an antonym?
Acronym. Or a homily. Is it a
Goodness
homily?
gracious.
Homily is a word too. I looked it up.
What is judgment? So we don't want just a good acronym.
Okay.
This needs to tie together and be a foolproof formula.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm still on the drawing board then. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Nah, it's good. You good. You doing good though. Good. All right, y'all. Yes.
Oh,
Go for
okay.
it.
I am going to ask a question really quick.
Go for it.
Okay, so the question I am going to ask you, Dave, is, so I have a birthday coming up, okay? My birthday is on Monday, but I am throwing the biggest birthday bash of the year virtually, okay?
Okay, I like it.
Virtually, but I was wondering if I could get you to record a video for me saying happy birthday and,
Yeah.
that people should come to my birthday bash.
Say less. Got it.
Cool.
Hey.
Yes. Mind before we leave, okay? All right. YouTube, Instagram family. We're about to get out of here. Y'all need to join the morning meetup. Right?
Right.
Y'all need to join the morning meetup.
This goes out to
All right. My promotion was a little sleepy, but I'm tired, okay? So
TheMorningMeetup.com.
the morning
Only
meetup.
$4.99 for the entire year. We get together Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. for expert level coaching, next level accountability, and a dope community. www.morningmeetup.com.
Cynthia's there.
What extras do they get? They get Reese. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Oh yes, you get live broadcasting of the podcast before it hits YouTube Street, so you get to see the behind the scenes. We get expert Q&As. You get discounts and to events and all the things. So you get to come here to the clubhouse.
Yeah.
This is not open access to everybody all the time. I mean, they have packages, but TheMorningMeetup.com, $4.99 a year, best investment you'll ever make. Tap in.
For sure. So join us, y'all. We have people from all across the country that just flew in to this free live training. And we spend some time. We do this pretty much every couple months, right? We do this every couple months. And y'all just get to come. And it's free, and we provide food. And hopefully, even today was worth your entire year membership. Not even including all the stuff we do in community and on the calls, but hopefully today you all really got a chance to grow. So we're gonna wrap up this free. Are we able to play the video? We got it all queued up or no? No, it's okay. All right, y'all. Well, we're out of here. Meet us back here next Friday at noon. Peace.
Peace.
Okay. All right.